Hello everyone and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 4. Last time we went off the beaten path a little bit and we had a look around the Emerald Grove. And outside of the Emerald Grove we explored over this region, found a druid in a cave of goblins, and we rescued that druid who ran off behind a door that we don't know where that door goes exactly. And then we also have entered the Emerald Grove and got to know some people. We got to know Wyll, who's joined our party, and apparently Wyll is hunting Karlach, which was another Origin character, so I'm really not sure how this is going to go down with our Mr. Blade of Frontiers. Do we only get one companion or the other, depending on who you find first? It's interesting. I'm not sure what we'll be doing, but I am excited to see how this plays out. So we've got Wyll in our party while we go and take a look in that direction. And we're starting to get multiple quest lines now, is finding Zoru for our Githyanki friend, Lae'zel. We've got to find Karlach for Wyll, and we've also got to talk to the healer to get help, and we've also got to speak with a name that I cannot remember how to pronounce, but it's not Karga, which is how it's spelt, but it's like Korha or something like that, to save the refugees, because they're being kicked out by our druids. We're going to take a look around this area, and then the plan after having a look around this settlement is to see if we can track down Karlach, because I just think it might be a good idea to try and just collect our Origin character companions, have everyone with us, and then from there we could do a long rest and just kind of rest up with everybody and see how we go. We have a recruitment poster. A man and woman stand side by side in armor emblazoned with a red fist surrounded by flames. Find pride and purpose in the flaming fist. Join today and protect Baldur's Gate. Led by Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard himself, you'll be tasked with guarding the city streets, protecting its people, and upholding the laws that govern us. Speak to any of our friendly fists throughout the city, or visit our headquarters at the Sea Tower of Balduran to find out how you can blaze a new career path today. Now, in regards to our inventory, we have picked up a couple of books that we have yet to read. Now, there is apparently a nice little quality of life mod for the game that can mark books that you have already read, which will probably be quite helpful for us, considering that I do want to do a lot of reading. So that's one that I'm definitely going to consider installing. Currently, we have nothing of the sort installed. We're just in for the game as it has been given to us, you know? Oh, now if we look here, there's a stone door. And this looks mighty familiar to the stone door of the character that we helped to rescue. So we went in here, and then it looks like, yeah, they would have come out this side. I wonder where they are, because they should be in this settlement, most likely. Now, something that I'm confused about is, was this place locked? Was this door locked from the inside? And so if you're in the Emerald Grove, you wouldn't be able to just walk in here? Because, oh, there's a character in here. Oh, hang on. No, this is a different area. Okay. This is a different area. I was going to say, because I guess we'll go back into that chamber where we fought the goblins and see where that door leads, because I'm like, couldn't they have gone in and helped the druid? Alas, I spoke too soon. The Devil You Know, an autobiography. Have you ever had a god change your blood? It is a horrifying thing, even for those who may desire it. Yet few tieflings wished for Asmodeus to claim their bodies, only to be given no choice in the matter. It is not as if we were well loved before the Archdevil's Gambit. Our people have always struggled against the notion of devilkin, as if a single drop of infernal ichor inescapably corrupts. How amusing, when so many others willingly sell their souls to fiends, yet their culture as a whole escapes the blame. By what method can we redeem ourselves when the crime is not ours? I would drive a blade into every warlock that aided Asmodeus' damned ritual, but personal vengeance cannot undo the will of a god, much less one as slippery as the Lord of Lies. When every passerby thinks you a thief and heretic, It is deeply tempting to become one. The only thing that has stopped me is knowing Asmodeus wants nothing more than for all of us to fall from grace. Wow. That sense of honor from a tiefling of not wanting to be what everyone assumes them to be.
No word from the scouts yet?
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. Of course.
Zevlor and Tilsis.
Have you spoken to Korga?
Korga. There you go. I just remember. Korga. So Zevlor, which we spoke to, is hanging out back here. I want to discuss something else.
What is it?
It's really interesting that I can't bring up the druid that I saved. And I'm like, I rescued a druid from Goblin Cave. Guess not. Why did Halsin go with the adventurers? I think this was a line that was mentioned last episode.
Some artifact Aradin was hunting. I don't know any more than that, and I don't want to. This grove is poorer for losing Halsin, but I have my own people's concerns to look to.
What brings your people out into the wilds?
We are refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls and goblins attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
Ooh, okay. The Descent. What is that?
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. The High Overseer, our Grand Protector, signed a pact with devils. It dragged Elturel straight to hell. Lucky for us, a group of adventurers found a way to bring the city back. Afterwards, people looked at us and just saw devilkin. No different from the druids here, really.
Interesting. Something that I'm curious about, and I'm not looking for confirmation here, this is just me putting thoughts out, because I do a lot of rhetorical, thoughts. I'm not looking for answers, I'm just voicing where my head's at, so you guys know where I'm at, why I'm playing. But when they're going to talk about past events, I do wonder how Baldur's Gate 3 continues on the world of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and even potentially spin-offs, because I think that there's the Dark Alliance games as well, and I'm not sure how they all factor in, or whether they're just in their own things, like if the events of the first and second game played out in the world of Baldur's Gate 3, or whether there's just, recurring themes or elements or characters, locations, whatever. Obviously, Baldur's Gate is a location, so that would make sense. But I'm very curious to go back and see what I recognize from my time in Baldur's Gate 3 in the earlier games, if I even do. So when this guy is going and doing a history thing about something that happened, I'm like, how long ago was that? Was that during a previous game, or is this history that's in between? That's exciting to potentially think about stuff that I could see one day, but we shall find out. Because when they're like, a group of adventurers helped us, and I'm like, that feels like a little throwaway line to like a previous game. That's what dialogue like that is usually like. Looking for a man named Zoru.
You'll find him in camp. What do you want with him?
We knew one another. He encountered strange creatures nearby. I wish to know more.
Right. He's been going on about something of the sort. You'll find him in the caves, but we won't stay here much longer. See that you don't distract him from his duties.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
Okay, so I guess everything in here is like, you will be stealing this, but knowledge is free. Front and center, Thespian's memoir. In fact, the greatest joy of my life hasn't been acting, but becoming. When you choose a character to play, you don't just wear a mask, you take a little of their soul for your own. Whoever you are in your heart of hearts changes, if only by the faintest mote. It's very true. I become every single character I play on this channel, a little bit. Invasion plans for Elturgard.
Elturgard. A lot of territory to cover before Baldur's Gate. And any cure found there.
An aging...
Gnolls and goblins marked on the map. Travel won't be easy.
An aging map of Elturgard and its surroundings. The cities of Baldur's Gate and Elturel are both marked, but it's the wilderness in between that's covered in notes, symbols, and ciphers. The freshest ink marks pictograph of goblins and gnolls shown gathering in the forests and hills nearby. And then also here is Traveller's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 4, The Risen Road. The stained, well-thumbed pages filled with traveling advice that seems to be decades out of date. Okay, decades, huh? Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road, running parallel to the river Kionthar. The Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate, and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail the Kionthar.
Sir, being a Hellrider is for life.
Something that is a little bit unfortunate about this game is it's very active, so
We get used to that.
I think...
Yes.
Like, I might be able to do this, right? And I think if I do this, at the very least, I can enter turn-based mode and just have characters not do anything. But then, if we do that, I have to, like, manually pick my stuff here and read it. So I think that's how I can get characters to not talk and the world to stop around me while I read. I think that would be nice, because I'll try and do that so I don't have characters talking in the background while I'm also reading out loud, you know? A portion of the road approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate has in recent years developed into an enclave for Saloon worship, with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Farther east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folk alike. Some attempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll, however bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. Now this is really interesting because a portion of the road has an enclave for Saloon worship. And then an entire village, Moonhaven, developed alongside the temple. From what I could see on the map, we can't go to the outside map from here, sadly. We did experience that Saloon chest with the statue, and nearby there was a sign that was like a location that had moon in its name, I think. So it might be referring to that. Variety is the blood of the city itself, for better or worse. The devoted will find a place to worship, the dedicated will find work to be done, and, let it be fully understood by any who wish to visit, the criminal enterprises in Baldur's Gate thrive as heartily as the rest. I've also, in the settings, I've set it so I have to press triangle to end my turn, because I just like to avoid my accidental turn-ending presses, because it's always very unfortunate when that does happen. On the origins of the Zhentarim. An ongoing excerpt from the metatext Rebound by Josefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Dania for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext. Her gods are now have lost and hidden knowledge. But perhaps greater still than their monopoly is the continent's largest private army. The true achievement of modern Zhentarim is the sanitized image they present to the world. Viewed by most as an efficient, if unscrupulous, mercenary organization, few would guess at the Black Network's dark origin. As a cult dedicated to the dark god Bane, one bent towards bringing all peoples to heel beneath his creed of tyranny and domination. Many among their ranks scoff when confronted with this fact, citing overblown conspiracies and reassuring me that the only gods to whom the Zhentarim give worship today are the twin deities, Prophet and Power. This is not to say the organization has entirely shed its dark side, however. Alongside the clenched fist of their military, another hand works from the shadows to ensure that the network prospers, even in peacetime. For just as vital as the movement of troops is the movement of goods, legal or otherwise, there is no border or market that is ever truly closed to one bearing the seal of the Black Network. So we've had that name and the metatext mentioned before with Josefa. Very curious. So just a little group spot here. And then if we go up here, there's a little ladder. So we'll see where this goes. If we hold down X, you have like the ability to search an area, and then you get to go through everything, which is nice. You can see that there's a lot of stuff that we'd be stealing from.
You're too honest to be a mercenary.
Or you can just hold the right stick. Where does this go?
Goblins, gnomes. So many ways to die.
Oh, this will actually take us... Oh, damn. Turns out this is taking us in that direction we want to go. I still have to... I gotta go here. I think under there will actually take us to a hidden shade. And that was near the pod that was burning. I actually missed that, looking at it now. So that's interesting. It seems that Karlach has potentially made her way here. Have to take a look around.
Used to think the goblins would kill us the second we set foot outside. But after hearing what you did at the gate, well, I still think they'll kill us. But at least we can put up a fight.
Not with that attitude. Fight and win.
There's optimism, and then there's stupid, hun. Plenty of us fell to monsters already. I don't see the rest of us lasting long out there. But if you're so sure we will, why not put a little gold on the line?
Ask me to bet money on their survival, so if they die, then I can just loot their corpses. How are you going to take my gold if you're dead?
Oh, I'm sure you're good for it. Just leave the gold on my corpse. After seeing you at the gate, I'm sure you'll last longer than us.
Alright, you're on.
Excellent. And since I ain't one to leave a debt unpaid, that means we're destined to meet in Baldur's Gate. Looking forward to it.
Okay, when I make it to Baldur's Gate, look out for Lacrissa.
I already told you I don't have it! How stupid are you?
That's cool. So we can see above there. Should probably check out more of the grove as well upon our return from journeying out this way. The Risen Road. Okay. Climb up here. At least see on the minimap where my climbable surfaces are. Oh, I see the blood. I see where... Wait. No, this is not somewhere we've been. Gold and a bronze goblet. We can scout the area though. There is blood. There's a settlement here. And even more blood. And damaged goods. Okay. Hang on. And there's person. There is person. I cannot zoom in. Cannot zoom in further, unfortunately. But there is person. Okay. So we want to potentially try and get out here. Unless I can safely jump down there. Might be able to jump across there. Trying to. This is there. Down. Oh, this might be our Karlach.
Have you wondered what people will say when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
Ha!
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones.
Okay.
They always disappoint, though.
Alright, Shadowheart. Gonna make him nervous. Another thing is we do have a new party member. And we haven't had Gale in our party yet, so we'll have to check in with him when we get to the camp. But that does mean that Wyll does have underwear.
Sharp as ever.
So we do need to check out Wyll's underwear. Long may these gird the blade of frontiers. So there you go. He has his own underwear. I think we'll let him have them. We won't swap them with everybody else, but he does have underwear to
I've got a long road
inspect. I can just make these jumps. Come on, team. We're jumping out of here. Where are we going? So we're going to end up down here. Interesting. Okay. Seems we might be able to go from here. I'm going to take this opportunity to go here as well. Let's adventure. Jump without taking damage, baby. Oh, I'm in vines. Oh, shit. I'm in vines. I didn't see. Everybody, I'm in vines. Ah! Okay. They're also going to probably fall into the vines. Oh yeah, there's still acid here. Wow, this stuff lasts too. Like, and the dead bodies are still going to be here. Man, Shadowheart, you're brave. Astarion and Wyll, they're thinking about it. They're too scared. They're too scared to jump down. I wonder why that is. They're not going to jump down. Usually they can, like, if they're able to follow. Maybe they don't have a jump distance that's... Oh my god, I need to look where I'm walking. Maybe there is a... Oh, I thought it was right on the edge. Okay. Okay. Stop walking on entangled vines. I did think that they would follow, but maybe they don't have the appropriate jump distance. You got this. Just jump in the vines. Alright, jump in the vines. There you go. Don't moan about it. Just jump in the vines, okay? You guys are fine. Ah, saved. Nice. Very good. Shadowheart, silly girl. You willingly walked into those. That's your own fault. Okay. So anyway, let's have a look here. Is near the burned Mind Flayer pod. Did I miss a jump up somewhere? No. So, looking on this map, maybe I can get there from under here. I'm gonna try and figure out if there is a under... Oh, hang on, because that's above on the bridge. There's also here. The entrance could potentially be right there, which is right out the front. So as I find my way through this world, we'll probably get lost. It's just like real life. This is a very immersive Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Come on, team! Stop getting caught in the vines, and hopefully we'll get out of here. And then watch out for that acid puddle. You wouldn't catch me stepping in that. Now, can we... Alright, looks like we could jump up here. So this might be what we need. Yeah, and there's a climbable wall. Nice. Okay. This is the kind of shit I need to be looking for in my environment. Okay. Looks like we got where we need to go. Walking around this area does make my game stutter quite a bit, sadly. Dragon Egg Mushroom. What a name. Recipe unlocked. Open the alchemy menu to view the recipe. Ashes of Dragon Egg. is one of life's small ironies that the first step in creating an elixir of fire resistance includes burning its main ingredient. Ooh, the hidden cache is up here. Oh, there's a pod here. Wait, no? No, just a crushed bit of Nautiloid ship.
That's curious.
What have you seen? Oh, this. Rocky crevice. Okay. Nice. There's a skeleton. A silver pendant and a bone.
Necklace matches the sigil in that cave. The Harpers were busy.
Cool. Cobwebs. And we got a cobweb chest here. Nobody's been up here for an age. Deep lilac dye. Cool. Combine this dye with an equipment item to alter the colors of fabric, leather, and even metal. Oh, nice. Can I just do that whenever I want? Can I just do that out in the field? Like, if I don't want to have a green and yellow monk outfit, can I just, I investigate the dye, and I go... Oh, combine items. I guess you would combine it with my chest piece, or can you just... Yeah, okay. It seems like I gotta combine it, which means I gotta take this off, and then combine with it. But it doesn't seem like I get to preview what it's gonna look like. You know? You can remove dye coloring on your equipment with a dye remover, and it can be purchased from traders. So we're basically just taking the risk. Yes, I play basketball for the Lakers now. They needed a short king on their team to get through everybody else's legs with the ball. So there you go. Lilac confirmed. We'll just dye everyone lilac.
Sharp as ever.
We'll be the lilac
What
team.
to do?
Let's make sure we dye everybody's underwear purple. So there you go. There's our lilac dye. How incredible. So let's check out this rocky crevice.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Nature, survey the spiders. Okay. Very good.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
Ooh, I love having speak with animals. This is really cool. So you can do, I can do my sleight of hand, or I can do my animal handling. Speak softly to the spiders in hopes of calming them. I want to see if I will have spiders speak back to me. This will probably almost always be a choice that I make if there is the option, because it just seems so unique and interesting to me. Speak softly to the spiders. Ooh. Okay. And it's interesting because, like, as soon as you take this path, you obviously can't just go back. Oh, I have a blue dice. Yeah, as soon as I make this choice and the dice screen opens, you can't go, ooh, the difficulty class. Like, you've already committed to the roll. And I never doubted myself for a second. Exactly. I knew I would succeed.
Your voice draws their attention. They are suspicious, then curious, and finally, at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs.
Let's go, Spider Whisperer. Boldly reach for the bag.
You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Nice. Okay. We have received a pouch. Plain leather bag, cinched at the top with a knotted cord. So we've actually found one. So it's an item where stuff can go in. So for example, we have all our alchemy ingredients in the alchemy pouch. But what is in the pouch? We have a spider egg sac. Something or some things wriggle within the sticky shell. No, I might put this back. But why was it in a pouch? You know? We're going to hatch Aragog out of this bad boy. Let's take the gold. Oh, I've taken everything. Hold on. Let me... How can I store something in the sack? I can go... Where? I don't know what my wares are. I can go open this, and then how do I put stuff in the... There we go. I can put stuff in. Move item. There you go. We can put stuff in the pouch. That's a nice level of storage there, so you can really start organizing your inventory with some nice things. So I can put like all of my round items and such in there, and then that gets it off of my inventory. The things that I'm probably not gonna... Maybe I should just put the things that I'm probably not gonna interact with immediately in here. Be an interesting choice. Very cool. Alright, let's put stuff in the pouch, and I now have a pouch to store things in. And I'm going to keep the spider egg sac, which feels like an awful decision. It genuinely feels like an awful decision. I'm going to have spiders hatching in my bag. But what if, right? What if on the off chance, because this is some weird magical D&D experience, that it... Oh, nice. That the spider is also a magical talking spider, you know, called Bob. And we don't know that. We'll have to find out by playing the game. Rope. I wonder if rope has, like, actual application. Like, if I want to use rope to climb down a hole or something. And if that's something that's possible. We're going to keep rope for that purpose, just to see if that happens. That could be fun. The guy would be like, can I put rope here to go down? You know what I mean? If I go into the world and picked up rope. I want to sort by latest, so it just makes it easy. Rope. Can't use this right now. So I guess it would be situational if you were able to use it. Like, I can't just look at a cliff face and go, let's put some rope down and climb on down. And that's something that's very important for us to be on the same page about, you know, player and viewer of this Let's Play, is there's going to be a pretty steep learning curve for me. I've played some D&D before. I'm not super comfortable with it. I'm not really well versed in it. I will have to do a lot of reading and learning. And I'm not just playing one character in a Dungeons and Dragons experience and I can, you know, kind of get used to it. I'm playing multiple characters, and not even just 4. There are other characters that have gone back to camp. So I'm learning so many different Dungeons and Dragons things at once. So I do want to take my time, and maybe sometimes that might be a little frustrating or maybe a little annoying. But I would rather try my best to learn the game and go through that learning curve and get better and better and improve over time than to try and rush through everything and spend the whole game being confused, because I think that's even more annoying. So I do genuinely want to take that time to learn and love this game, you know? I think that's a good idea for all of us. Now, I think what we'll do is we're going to go this way now. So we'll see if we can go in the direction of Karlach. That was the thing that really...
I saw you training those children.
Inspired me
You were so
for
gentle.
exploration.
That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadowheart.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned the lesson, after all.
And came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
I love it. I'm liking the dialogue that we're getting between our party members. I'm going to try and cycle through characters a lot for conversation, as much as I remember to. Also, while I was editing, we're going to go back in...
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers delight me as much as any bustling street.
You can't be serious. This is a howling wasteland. I haven't even had a bath since the abduction. I must reek of illithid slime.
Sure, but think of the stories you'll be able to tell.
The stinky illithid stories. I was going to say, when I was editing, I noticed that there was stuff that I could have done in this cave that I didn't do in terms of exploration. So while we're going this way, I'm going to quickly duck back in here. I did a little immersive editing note where I did a Baldur's Gate book with sound effects and everything. I'm really getting used to having a jump feature, and we didn't look over here. And I can jump, so gotta go take a look around. Like, whoa, there was a candle.
Something over there.
Nice. Oh, there's a book too. Okay, so we've got The Genesis of Saloon and Shah, an ancient tome detailing how Saloon came into being along with her sister, Shah. The silver, radiant Saloon and the dark, alluring Shah complemented each other and brought an orderly distinction between light and dark in the universe. It's like, you know, goth girl that went a little too hard into the whole thing to be like, I worship the dark and my name is Shadowheart. But also, she doesn't seem to have the attitude. It's very funny. It's very, like, gothic without being goth. We found a Saloonite prayer sheet. A prayer dedicated to Saloon, imploring all to accept the Moon Maiden's blessings and share in her bounty.
Just an old prayer.
Shit. Are you sure about that? Can I get... Can we get a religion check with another character if they pick it up? Because Shadowheart should be able to have more, right? So if I place this in the world again, put it where it came from, throw that out.
What's next, I wonder?
I'll be you. You read it, and you pick it up.
Saloonite prayer. How useful.
Religion failed. It works, though. That's very nice. And I like that that works. That was really cool. So if you want to have another character with the stats to check something, that's what you would want to do. Now, something that I didn't realize as well is while I was leveling up my characters last episode, I got to choose subclasses for characters, and I realized that Shadowheart is already in the trickery domain as a level 3 cleric. So during her level up, I may have missed the subclass choosing part of her level up, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm not sure if this game will have an opportunity to change classes or stats or anything like that, but if they do, I may take the opportunity to do that, to change, because I didn't realize what I was doing, sadly. I'm trying to check. I feel like there's information that's missing in the controller section compared to mouse and keyboard, just in the inventory. So I want to quickly just pull up Shadowheart stuff. So in terms of, I just want to see our religion stuff, like our proficiency bonuses. Yeah, here we go. So I have like these. So in terms of religion, we do have a +2 on the checks here.
What now?
A hero at heart.
And that is going to be the highest check. Now, like I said, we honor our roles, right? So in terms of the religion check failing for Shadowheart, it failed. So we could always drop it and throw it again, but I was assuming it would have something to do with this. If I press open though, I'll get smacked. But if this is a Selûne seal and got this prayer,
Glad I'm not. My prayers are answered.
oh, there you go. Oh, that actually worked. Oh, I just had to read it next to the chest. Cool. And I got Shadowheart inspiration. I think both of my inspiration points have come from Shadowheart. Very cool. Okay. We did
You
it.
should leave it, or even destroy it if possible.
Because it's from your enemy religion? But why?
This rubbish is an offering to Selûne. At best, it's worthless. At worst, who knows? Could be cursed. Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow.
Selûne. So it's not Selûne. Selûne. The end. Because it's moon. So Luna. Makes sense. Why do you care so much? Ooh. Guide me, Wyll. Hiya! Oh! Ouchie. Use the inspiration I got from you.
Because we've enough troubles and burdens as it is. Common sense, that's all.
Oh, you can wisdom and do the parasite to enter her thoughts. That feels rude. And sort of like a very last resort. Persuasion check. We can't just abandon resources that we might need. Be sensible. Critical persuasion check.
Fine. Perhaps you can sell them for a couple of coins.
Exactly. Thank you.
It hurts.
Ooh. Mysterious Sharon wound? Oh, did she get hurt by the chest explosion for a sec? We have a Selûnite. Okay, so here's the thing. So it's Selûne with the E, but then this would be Selûnite. Selûnite right. Selûnite right. An idol of Selûne. Whee! Statue of Selûne, Our Lady of Silver, the Moon Maiden, gazing quietly at the world. And a moondrop pendant. And the moondrop pendant. Writhing Dance. When the wearer has 50% hit points or less, they don't provoke opportunity attacks. The back bears an inscription under a delicate crescent moon. You're a novice no more, Robin. Only right, you should carry a little of Our Lady's light with you. The Selûnite Rite. This tome describes the ancient initiation rites observed by some who worship the moon goddess Selûne. When a youngster came of age, they would be left to fend for themselves, deep in the wilds. There, they would show their skills of navigation and self-reliance, as well as their determination to return to the Moon Maiden's silvery glow. Once they found their way back to their people, their faith and standing as a follower of Selûne would be beyond any doubt. Interesting. I think I got it the wrong way. For some reason I thought the Shah would be like the dark, and it seems that Selûne is the dark with like the moon, and then the light is Shah. Unless I'm just failing my own religion check in real life right now. But with a name like Shadowheart,
Worthless.
I stop reading it, and she's just like worthless.
Let's get on with it.
But then if she reads it. But yeah.
Still breathing.
Coming out of it.
Despite everything.
we'll leave. We shall leave. The bucket. Okay, I'm glad that we came back just to take a look. My adventurers were not satisfied. They were like, I wish to return. I wish to go back. So as we go, I'll try and use my in real life perception.
What was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
Ah, it was a great scrap. A hungry minotaur with a hankering for human flesh. An axe-bearing mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Funny. You can climb up here. This is how we'll head down in this direction, doing what Wyll wants. Because the dog is still here. But now we can go...
So, Wyll with a Y. Why?
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle to name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Can we fish? I need bait though. Do we have bait? Bucket of fish, bucket. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. Get it out of here. I've got a fishing rod. Do I need bait to use it, or can I just use it as is? I'm going fishing, guys. Thin crack runs the length of this elm rod. Well, it's got a hook on there already. Can't use this right now. Can I equip it as a weapon? I can equip the salami sausage as a weapon. It's camp supplies, but it does bludgeoning damage. I can club people with salami, and you know what? I honestly want to. Yeah, there it is. If we enter combat and be smacking people with salami. Who needs the camp supplies? There we go, wielding my mighty thing of salami. Here I am trying to figure out if I can fish, but apparently not. I can't just walk through or swim through the water. Interesting. So my path... Ooh, there you are. There's Karlach. Whoa! Oh god. So, confirmed Karlach. I think that we're not able to go this way to reach them. Oh, here we go. Ah, path just to the side of the dog. Okay. This is the good thing about being able to do that exploration that I really like. I totally missed this pathway off to the right after talking with the dog. Can we go this way? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Jump. There's fire over here. The Risen Road. Okay, it's going away from where we want to be. The good news is, like, we have the Fog of War on the map to really kind of focus on where we've been and where we haven't, so if I decide not to go in a particular direction, that's fine. There's a lot of death on this road. Why are y'all stuck? You need some help? You want me to help you?
To go still.
Want to help? Okay.
Careful.
Oh, there you go. You did that on your own. Okay. Let's see how we go. I'm a little concerned with our Wyll in the group, but we'll see. Toll Collector's Key. Have a key.
A key? I wonder what it opens.
Something to do with toll. Hello. God, she's going Super Saiyan.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Ooh, Jesus. There's 2 aggressive ones. You're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She's a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her! That's enough to damn you!
Bro, you need to chill. I mean, she needs to chill too, but in a different way, right? So, relax. Relax. I really like the idea that everyone in the party can be on the same wavelengths. It does save exposition and explaining and information only passing to my character and not them. Like, we're all infected with worms. Like, it just works. Jesus. Stand down, Wyll. You saw what I saw.
Wyll catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Gods, you're stubborn. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
Ha! You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
Oh, you're asking my name. I'm Apocalypse, darling.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out, I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called Paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
So you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, it would be a bit hot, though. But worth it? Yes, ma'am.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them.
No room in your party. What should I do?
Wyll, get the fuck out of here.
Off I go. You'll know where to find me.
You've been
Excellent.
replaced.
Let's go.
I love her attitude. It's fun.
Funny. You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
I really made it out of Avernus. It's incredible.
All right, just keep it down. We're conspicuous enough without your hyena call.
Okay, fun. We got Karlach, and it didn't result in death. And then the paladins are up this way. God damn. Alright, we got stuff to do. We have our characters. There you go. Luckily, we didn't have to pick and choose between Wyll or Karlach. So, Lord Lloyd Crash region, we've got Hunting the Devil. We have our fiery friend. We recruited Karlach. We've located Karlach, who is not the treacherous devil Wyll believed her to be. But Wyll owes us an explanation, so we can talk to Wyll about Karlach, and very, very nice. Now, considering we picked up the companions, I did say if we were to pick up Karlach, I would do a long rest and take us back to camp. I think we'll do that.
Hey, soldier.
Hey up there. Well, she calls me a soldier. I'm a peaceful little monk with salami on my back and a chip on my shoulder. So, how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Got it. In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
She just loves a ramble, this one. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of trouble to throw ourselves at.
Okay, love that. Let's take this opportunity to do a long rest. This is going to be our very first long rest. So we'll also level up. Karlach first.
Go for a good meal.
Barbarian. Okay, makes sense. I could go for a good meal. Don't worry, love. I've got the camp supplies. I've got enough to feed us for weeks. Okay, Barbarian. Let's have a look. Danger sense and reckless attack. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. Now, all I know about barbarians is rage. That's it. That's really the extent of my knowledge. Now, tieflings from Zariel's bloodline are empowered with martial strength, can channel searing flame to punish their enemies, and very strong woman. Except we will now go to level 3. Now, I think this is, subclass time. Specialization available and an additional rage class and speaking with animals, Birds of a feather burn together. That's very nice. And we've gained a passive. So, Wild Heart? Okay, Wild Heart is the speaking with animals. Berserker is Frenzy, Frenzied Strike and Enraged Throw, and Wild Magic with Magic Awareness. Okay. Your attunement with nature and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood, as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. And the wild influence of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. So it is cool that it seems that whichever party you want to rock with, if you've got particular favorites of your companions, there are ways to attune multiple characters with like magic and arcane and stuff like that. I'm going to try and use everyone, so I want to try and be have variety for everybody. I think that Karlach would very much fit the Berserker role. So we will be getting Frenzy. Rage turns into a Frenzy. You gain Frenzied Strike and Enraged Throw. You can also make an improvised weapon attack as a bonus action. Resistance on physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saves for 10 turns. Rage ends early if you don't attack an enemy or take damage each turn, and you can't cast or concentrate while raging. Bonus action. Make a melee attack with your equipped weapon. Will cause a stack of Frenzied Strain on the Barbarian. And Enraged Throw. Pick an item or a creature and throw it at a target. Oh my god. Karlach and I are going to be so good together. Toss me! Don't tell the elf! Toss me! I'm going to have Karlach throw me at something and I'm going to go and punch it in the face. It's going to be the greatest thing I've ever seen. Pick up an item or creature and throw it at a target, dealing additional damage and knocking it prone. Your strength affects how much weight you can throw. Heavier items deal more damage. Now, I probably won't get Enraged Thrown, but just normal Thrown. The fact that I've seen that if you have gone up to a character in combat before when we were in the ruins, you can pick characters up. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. And the Legacy of Avernus, Searing Smite is a evocation spell for plus 2d6 fire damage. Deal an extra 2 to 12 fire damage and set your target on fire. Nice. Accept. Hell yeah. Okay. So we have a monk, a cleric, a rogue, and a barbarian. We all walked into a bar and Karlach set it on fire. Now, will I stop with the hot jokes? Let's have a long rest. So it seems that the short rest is here and the long rest is here. To fully replenish your resources, and we can do that a few times, but then there is also going to camp to rest and checking in with companions. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to our camp for the first time, and I would assume that we can rest there. Okay, here we go. Camp General Tutorial. At your camp, you can take a long rest and fully heal your party. You can also manage party members, advance relationships with your companions, store items, and eventually change your character and recruit more followers. I can change my character? Like, fully change? Like, can I go into a whole different class? How much change we talking? If I want to just suddenly become tall, you know, if Karlach doesn't really roll with the shorties, you know, can I change that? We'll see. Leave camp when you're ready to get back to your adventure. Now, something I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game here, and I'm going to reload the game. Now, an issue that I am having...
I would have words with you.
I would have words with you. Hang on. What the fuck? Oh, shit! You're here! With the 1 health. Is Withers also a companion for our camp? Okay, hang on. Withers decides to come to camp. Withers. Alright, I've saved the game. I'm going to restart because the game keeps skipping a little bit and like there's nothing else going on my computer right now and it's annoying me a little bit because there's a little bit of audio skipping taking place and I want to see if I can fix that, so I will be right back. Okay, we are back and I believe we're in a good position game-wise. I just went for a full reinstall some drivers, restart the PC, just the whole works. and see how we go. So hopefully we should stop having that. So we've got exclamation marks overhead. We have withers. We also have Karlach. We have Mystarian. We've got Wyll. They have their own personalities in their encampments, and I find that to be really endearing. Wyll is here. Gale is here. Gale's been here the whole time, more than anyone else. He's had time to settle in. We also, I guess this is where I sleep. God, this is miserable. This is my corner. I sit here and I got a bedroll. I need to work on my spot, apparently. Oh, there's also a stone bed. Lovely. Do we have a coffin for Mystarian? What is over here? There's the sparkly icon. Whoa, magic mirror. Look at a magic mirror in the camp. God. Goes to the camp and immediately just goes, ooh, touches all the things. Let's leave the magic mirror, just for now. You know, I only just got here. Interesting. So we have green icons and blue icons. So I guess blue icons are the ones that are actually in your party. There's a traveler's chest. Shadowheart's also got her nice little spot here as well. I have a personal chest at camp. Use it to store items you don't want to carry while exploring. Now, we'll probably get used to using this. Now, this is our first time going to camp, which is why I was like, we haven't sent anything to camp at the moment because I don't know what that looks like. And now that we do, I'm probably going to store a bunch of stuff, do all of that inventory management. If we actually open up our settings here while we're in camp, we can see characters outside of the party too. Gale, the poor level 1 wizard that has not leveled up at all yet. We also have a bedroll for those that wish to sleep in a crumpled mess of a tent. Okay, we're going to go and talk to companions, and then we're going to talk to withers and see what happens. Now, I think we should let's go in order of when our characters joined the party instead of going around. We'll just go through. So, excuse me, we'll go through in order.
Karlach's got the brawn of a warrior and the wiles of a survivor. Best of all, she speaks her mind plainly and fully. Show her due respect.
Okay. So, is there something really easy to read about me when I'm like, Wyll and Karlach are like two of my favorites? Wyll, what's that leg doing? Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
It's already started. Oh no, Wyll, I'm gonna turn first. I'm the one that's been most affected. I've got smaller body mass, which means the parasite has less to control and take over. This is going to be a disaster. Oh, her great detail and animated with the hands and everything gave me a very full picture there. Try to suppress your rising panic.
That shiver betrays your fear. Suppress it. It is useless. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
I know. Right, be strong around our Githyanki warrior. She hates the weakness. I am a strong monk, and I fear no parasite worm. I am armed with my salami, and I am dangerous. These are my daily mirror affirmations. You worried we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
She's such a cutie patootie. I'm gonna just say this for the sake of running through dialogue, because I don't know if there's necessary lines of dialogue to proceed into getting to know the characters better and going through that sort of thing, because I don't know how much dialogue, in conversation we're going to have. They make a passing comment when you bring a new companion into the party, and then there's a lot of familiar dialogue that we've seen before, even when we're at camp. So I'm going to say this. She's probably going to hate me for it, because it feels rude to just say, you look so unusual. And we're going to maybe get some information, because I'm saying Githyanki are rare in these parts, but we'll see.
I expect I am your first.
Okay, she didn't take that in a bad way, like I thought. I mean, when you go up to someone and say, you look unusual, I'd be like, oh, right. I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck.
What are you trying to say?
You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Hey, just because your nose is smaller than mine. Be silent in the face of her goading. Oh. Lae'zel just, Lae'zel likes flirting by bullying, of course. She said something rude to me. Baldur's Gate is going to make a mean garden gnome out of me, I'll tell you that much. As if your upturned bat snout is any better.
Better is an opinion, but mine is certainly more economical, disciplined, dignified.
Okay. That's great. Straight to the point. Thanks, Lae'zel. Good talk. Okay, second person in our party was Shadowheart. Let's see how much growing you've done since we brought you to the camp. Do you still look at Lae'zel with contempt?
Karlach and Wyll seem to have put their differences aside. I thought it was going to come to blows for a moment.
We should have characters comment on Wyll's recruitment as well, I think. Okay, well, now that we're at camp, I think Shadowheart's still going to deflect this, because I think you have to really kind of focus on the characters and do their companion stuff or get some more approval before they'll open up to you, because we're still running around with parasites in our brain. But we're at the camp, we're having a long rest, kick back, Shadowheart. There's something you're not telling me. I'm sure of it.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. When we found that Selûne shrine in the cave, you reacted unusually.
It's nothing, really.
We have to be honest with each other. What is it you're keeping from me? Ooh, it is a little bit early to be diving into Shadowheart's thoughts here. Trying to get her to open up. 18 with no guidance because we're at camp. I'm feeling good about this roll. Rolling dice, baby. You know what? It's close. It's close. And if you look at it upside down, it's a 91. So, that was not bad. It's a difficult roll. There was literally only 3 out of 20 chance for us to get that.
What makes you think I'm hiding anything? If I have something to share, I'll let you know.
Why are you still here? That's right, nothing new from Shadowheart for now. Let me hop, skip, and a jump over to Astarion. What are you reading there?
I thought we were going to see some real sparks fly between Wyll and Karlach. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
One would probably die. Okay, no dialogue with Astarion. Got nothing to say to me. He's not interested in me, huh? Not interested in this little hop I've got going on. Look at this. Doesn't like my little hop, huh? Doesn't like my little guarded gnome hop. So we end the day if we go to the camp. Oh, does that mean that we all sit around the campfire together? Okay, next party member was Gale for a brief moment. I guess if we actually have story progress and stuff in the journal, it'll be the exclamation mark. Like, so we've got in the journal, we gotta talk to Wyll about Karlach.
A devil and devil hunter standing shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Rather poetic, I think.
I wonder if he has more to say about the other companions that we've picked up, because we kind of pulled him out of that portal and said, "You're funny, I like you. Scramble on home, son."
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Okay. Alright, Gale. I understand. Don't stop there. You must have many stories to tell about your adventures as an archmage.
Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
Ooh, try peering into his mind. If he won't open up, you'll sneak in. So it seems that we're getting wisdom checks that are parasitical in nature, and we can be like, tell me. And I'm not ready to invade my companions' minds just at this time.
What's on your mind?
Okay, so you're not going to make any other comments, like, about Wyll or something like that, because we recruited Wyll after Gale, but because I guess they just comment on the most recent companion that is recruited. Wonderful. We're just learning how encountering our companions in the camp works. Let's talk to Wyll.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Whoa. So this is the classic, like, dialogue of, you can have, you know, just some normal stuff, and then, "I'm going to gut you like a fish and rake you over the coals, and while you're burning and screaming, I'm going to splay your innards all over the flames while I laugh." Anyway, someone set you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Oh. Okay. Well, we are making camp, so I guess we'll find out what happens after we end the day. Intriguing. Chance to see the blade squirm, perhaps.
You don't know the half of it.
Pocket chalice. God damn, Wyll. Alright.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Tell me, Wyll, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, "One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call." So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
So, Wyll approves when you give him an opportunity to talk about himself. What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. But I want to ask about the eye. Is that how you lost your eye in the goblin battle?
It was an even bloodier day, and a stronger foe. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Okay.
By all means.
I like the cut of your jib. I don't suppose you've come across an expert healer in your travels.
I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit.
Although it will just sometimes cut to me just going... like, just empty. It's great. Okay. Karlach. With the teddy bear! You're gonna light that on fire. Hang on. It's called Clive. It has a name. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah?
Tell me about Clive. About those paladins you want us to confront.
Yeah. Let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
This is actually something that I'm curious about, and I wonder how the game will dive into this a little bit further with its lore and world building. Is it didn't take until the second Norse-related name for that to trigger the thought with me that I was like, oh yeah, so this game's called Baldur's Gate, and that's obviously Norse god-related name, and then we now have the Paladins of Tyr as well. So I'm quite curious to see how Norse mythology has left its imprint on this world in terms of inspiration. So that'll be pretty cool to learn more about for sure. What do you know about the city of Elturel falling into Avernus?
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
So I can pick Clive up. I picked up one Clive. Sorry, I've stolen your Clive. Okay. I've got it. A knitted toy bear stuffed with soft fur. So, if Karlach was to like touch this or pick it up, would it
serve some other purpose?
Would it burn? Let me place that back in the world. Let me put that back. Oh god, I can't rotate it. There you go. There's your Clive back. Sorry, I touched it. Alright, let's speak with Withers, who has seemingly rode to our camp. Or just appeared here.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
What are your services? Not to be rude, but what are you? We woke up this dude and he was like, I'm just going to follow them back to their camp. You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Huh. Okay. Will these hirelings be joining me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Interesting. So, Withers comes to our camp to offer us services, not necessarily to be a random undead companion with 1 health. I was like, surprise companion, but no. Impressive. Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Whoa. That's a little bit of a weight off my shoulders, actually. That's nice, because we do have the scroll of Revivify, but, you know, if we potentially get caught in a dangerous situation and someone dies, I guess Withers can bring them back and we don't have to panic about losing a companion forever. That's incredibly powerful magic. Why is it so easy for you?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
You mentioned cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
200. Okay. So it's not like a cost of like, they're gonna look like me, or like they're something, they'll have a curse or something. It's just, it's money. Also, can you help me change my class for 100 gold? So we can actually change. So I guess if we can change our class, but I wonder if we can change other people's classes, because I was, you know, mentioning that with Shadowheart being the cleric subclass. I was wondering if I'd be able to look into that. I think I'm going to stick with my Way of the Elements for now, just to get used to it. I want to experiment with the ability to create giant ice cubes, and there are other cool stuff. The Elemental Airbender Avatar Way, but we'll see how we go. I think I might go with, I think it's Way of the Open Hand, for some flurry of blows related things. So I might experiment, and then if I want to try something else, I can change. But for now, I will stick with my elements. See how we go. Okay, so we can change class, and we can also bring people back from the dead. The Strange Wraith commands many powers. He allows you to resurrect allies, hire help, and can change your class. Interesting. I like that. Now, I'm going to go and have a look at this mirror. And then another thing that we're going to do is inventory management, and I'll chuck a bunch of stuff in the chest. I always love having a good party camp storage chest. Getting a lot of the nice and comfortable Dragon Age Origins vibes in this game, which feels very nice. Now, what is this? Touch the magic mirror. Hello? Who's the fairest of them all? Oh, cool! Nice. It's an appearance changer. Wonderful. If I ever feel like shaving my beard, you know, shaving exists in the world of Baldur's Gate. If I ever feel like putting on a hair system, getting a nice toupee, incredible. I can even plug-in transition. It just allows you to press confirm. It doesn't actually change anything in the preview. That's actually kind of scary. That's scary. Yeah, I can change face and it will let me know. Good. Because I was like, if I change my identity from male to female, oh, I guess it won't change because you just change everything from there, don't you? Interesting. Well, I'll keep it at that. I can change my face. It's a very serious looking gardener face, isn't it, that one? I'll just always be looking very serious, and like I'm looking right into your soul. Keep my face. I'm not really in the in the room for changing my tone at the moment. Gotta be careful too which one I change, because then I might forget. I make myself really old. I have aged in my time in Baldur's Gate. Put a little bit of age in there. I do like that we can do this, and we can also change a bunch of stuff if you so wish. I might fuck around for a little bit just to have a look. We'll get stuck in the character creator again. Why not? I just realized that like you can't even see my cool little neck tattoo. You know, let's shave our beard. I feel like shaving the beard. Oh, this is actually correctly colored now. Remember that it had like a weird purple violet hue to it, even though that color wasn't chosen, but then all the others were fine. So good. I'll probably change my facial hair quite a lot in this playthrough. I'm gonna be real with you. The idea of being able to do that is really nice. I'm glad that we've been given this so early, so I can immediately do that. I'm a groomed rascal. Now I'm just soulless but short. Let's give ourselves mutton chops. Exactly. I gotta show off the neck tattoo. That's the important part. That's why we're here. Doesn't even look like it changes. I guess it's because it's tint intensity, and that's all the way down to 0. I don't think that's changing anything, because I don't really have any of that. Cool little neck tattoo. So they know that I've got an edge to me, you know what I mean? But with the mutton chops, should I give myself some hair? Yeah, I haven't customized the colors at all. Give myself the, what do we like to call it? The singed top. There you go, very good. Very good gnome hair. We're back in the character creator, but of course. What a roguishly handsome devil you are. I need to undo the effects of my brainworm and quickly give myself the adoring fan haircut with a mix of Vegeta. And luscious garden gnome hair. Give myself the same haircut that I gave whatever the hell that second character that we created was. Just have matching hairstyle. Oh, it's fun. Alright, can I turn the... Maybe I should, it's the graying. Get the graying out of here. No graying. Beautiful, beautiful hair. No graying here. Beautiful brown locks. Where do the highlights sit? Can't really see the highlights that well, I guess. Oh, I gotta do highlight intensity. There you go. Oh, you can have a... There you go. Alright, I see what's going on here. Some beautiful highlights to complement my hair. Bit of a sun-bleached blonde in there. Beautiful gnome. It'd be funny if your characters would comment if you like change your hairstyle or anything like that. It'd be fun. Oh no, it went. Look, it did it again. How interesting. Does the... Why does it do that? Because it's not tied to this. Because that's just for hair color. See how it kind of glitches and it only changes like the very top of it. Oh no, hang on. What's good? No, look, it does it. It's doing it here as well. Where is that? See how strange that is? It's the highlight intensity. The highlight is brown. How interesting. Alright, well we figured out why it was violet. Because it was brown highlight intensity. It's really strange. There we go. Wonderful. We've shaved. We've shaved! Hee hee hee! We've shaved! The two beautiful curls! Everyone can see my gorgeous neck tattoo now. Okay, that's the camp. Let's end the day. Actually, no. Let's inventory management and then end the day. Boring menuing stuff. I will do this and then we'll be back. What is a Drake General dye? Combine this dye with an equipment item to alter the colors of the fabric. Dye created by Imperial Dye Master Sigurd and his apprentice Aurora for those who wish to stride valiantly into a world rife with adventure. Now, something I might end up doing actually in terms of dye and its colors is I might end up saving the game before I make dye choices. I guess like you can see what the color is in the bottle of the icon but not in the actual examine. So you know, you can obviously assume what the color is going to be, but you don't know how it's going to look until you've done it. So I'm going to probably do that sort of reloading if I don't like the color of what I dyed my stuff to. I think that's an acceptable choice. I'm going to start storing some stuff in the chest, and then we will rest. Okay, inventory management done. And look, I'm wearing a brand new spanking red dyed outfit. So the Drake dye turns it red and yellow with some black in it. So I really like that. Looks very nice. We have an outfit. That's what we're rolling with. Now, we're at the camp, which means everyone's here, which means we get to open up our inventory and we get to look at everyone's underwear. Now, that is definitely normal activities. We're all bonding.
Hey, good looking.
Yep. Karlach's underwear. How do these not burn off? How do these not burn off? Let's press the correct button. Ah, yes, very good. That's what they look like. They look scaled. Incredible. Okay, now we have a look at Gale. I need to put him in my party so I can level him up too. We already did Lazel's, did we not? Did we? Oh god, no, maybe we didn't. Wait, did we? Lazel's underwear built for function rather than fun. Damn, okay, that's, is that comfortable? Damn, that's, okay. Sure. Wyll's underwear. Energy crackles around these. Gale wouldn't surely he didn't enchant his and then Wyll has the Blade of Frontiers. Amazing. Okay. Isn't that fun to oh, you can control other characters. Awesome. Which means you can control other characters and change their classes with withers. Can you ooh, hang on a sec. Question time, out of curiosity. Didn't mean to do this, but we're doing it. Can our companions use the magic mirror? No joy. No. Okay. Okay. You cannot change the appearance of your companions. What if I want to give Astarion a beard and shave his hair? Okay, apparently not. Very good. So you can control your party members here, and
these things have stayed interesting.
Yeah, exactly. You can change things around. So let's bring in Wyll and level him up before the long rest, and we can see what he's all about.
How can I help?
Get in here.
Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for?
Just take Starian's place.
Back in the thick of things at last. Oh, how exciting.
Oh. Level up. Let's get you in here. Let's get you into the club. Level 2 wizard. Ooh, specialization at level 2. Very nice. Evocation savant. Learning evocation spells from scrolls costs half as much, becoming 25 gold pieces per spell level. Interesting. That's something I'm not super familiar with. Sculpt spells creates pockets of safety within your evocation spells. Allies automatically succeed their saving throws against these spells and take no damage from them. Specialization. Okay, so subclass Abjuration. Wow, there's a few. Holy shit. Wow, there is a few. Okay, goddamn. Wizards. Goddamn, complex creatures. They get a lot of subclasses. You twist and harden the weave into arcane wards to protect yourself and others. Learning abjuration spells from scrolls only costs you 25 gold per spell level, not 50. Abjuration. You can get the arcane ward, so we can protect people. You are known as an evoker, striding unharmed through the unfettered chaos you call. Learning evocation spells from scrolls costs half. Necromancy. You walk through the valley of the shadow of death and make a lot of friends there. Learning necromancy spells from scrolls costs you half, and you get Grim Harvest. If you kill a creature with a spell, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell slot level used, thrice if it's a necromancy spell. Undead and constructs are unaffected. Conjuration. Compelled by shape and motion, your favored arcane style involves summoning creatures and objects, as well as displacing them in space. Learning conjuration spells costs half, and you get the ability to create water. Call forth rain. It extinguishes exposed flames and forms a water surface. Permanent. Very interesting. The ability to extinguish flames that you come across, useful, for sure. We do have a bottle of water, which is just as useful. Hey guys, I'm a wizard. Can I join your wizard club? I can create water. We can all create water, pissbag. It just determines the colour based on what you ingest beforehand. I'm a necromancer. That's much cooler. Enchantment. Enchantment? Enchantment. Your magic influences, beguiles, and bends the will and conviction of those around you. Learning enchantment spells costs half, and you get hypnotic gaze. Charm and incapacitate a creature. It cannot attack you. It cannot act. And it only works on the queer. Divination. You peer through time itself and can sculpt the future like temporal clay into a more favorable form. Learning divination spells from scrolls costs half, and you get portent. Your dreams grant you glimpses that let you influence the future. After each long rest, you gain 2 random portent dice. During the day, you can use your reaction to change the die of any attack roll or saving throw rolled near you to one of your portent dice. They're going to be used once, and you lose them at the end of the day. The unused ones, anyway. Interesting. So after each long rest, we'll gain 2 dice to change the die of an attack roll or saving throw. That was exciting as when I first started reading, because I was like, oh, we're going to get like weird, obscure visions of the future that are out of context, and then it's going to be like, whoa. No, it's tied to our dice rolls, which is also fine. Illusion. You specialize in unraveling and restitching the fabric of reality to fool the unwary, the gullible, and the monstrous. Learning illusion spells costs half, and we get minor illusion. Okay. And transmutation. Your innate fascination with the structure of things has granted you an incredible power over crude matter and its manipulation. Learning transmutation spells costs half. You can brew 2 alchemical solutions instead of 1 when combining extracts if you succeed a 15 medicine check. Ooh, okay. So, out of these subclasses, I am attracted to abjuration, evocation, and then also necromancy. So I think the top three I kind of am interested in. I think they've all got merit. The residual magic of your spells forms a ward around you that protects you from harm. I think that is nice. Protecting yourself and others. Evocation. Striding unharmed through the unfettered chaos you call. That also seems quite appealing. It's interesting because obviously we don't get like a full preview of what this looks like unless do I go and pull a D&D player's handbook and go and start reading through it and be like, what's going to happen? Because I don't know if Baldur's Gate D&D rules translate to like the latest, like what is it, 5e or anything. So I don't know if I'm going to be exactly the same, but maybe it's similar. I can be like, what's my character going to look like down the road? But I think we'll just learn it as we go, because otherwise that'll just be a lot more reading than is necessary. Let's be an evoker. And that way it allows us to actually see spells too. So I'm seeing some that I'm familiar with now, because I have seen a few of these with other characters. A few of them at least. False life. And this is a necromancy spell. So what's actually kind of curious for me about this is, are these same spells available no matter what you pick? Yes, that seems to be the case. Okay, so that doesn't change what you do. Like, you get 2 new spells and you choose from them, and this is the new stuff. So I do get sculpt spells, which allows us to have pockets of safety. I guess we'll go for an evoker and we'll find out what that looks like. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is an enchantment spell. Leave a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. This creature must have an intelligence of 5 or more, which means you're telling them quite the witty joke. That's pretty funny. When you're about to be hit by an enemy, increase your armor class by 5. As a reaction, that's actually very nice. Ray of Sickness possibly poisons the target. Possibly. Come on. Magic Missile. Shoots 3 magic darts, each dealing 2 to 5 force damage. They always hit. Oh, get that. I need an always hit. 7 temporary hit points, which lasts until a long rest, which is actually nice. Immunity to falling damage. If I want to yeet myself off something. Ice Knife. A shard of ice that deals 1 to 10 piercing damage. We've already got a throwable weapon, so we should do something else. Gale increases a creature's movement speed by 3, which is actually quite nice because I can cast that on a character like my monk, and I can gain some extra movement. Blind creatures up to a combined 33 hit points. Yeah. I'm going to do Longstrider and Magic Missile, because those are unique to Gale, I believe. Prepared spells. Grease, and it's a pig. Cover the ground in grease. Thunderwave. Sleep. Witch Bolt. And Mage Armor. Protect the target from attacks, and armor class 13 plus its dexterity modifier, and I can... let's get rid of Grease. Let's do Magic Missile, and then take off Witch Bolt, and I'll do that. Cloud blinds and heavily obscures creatures within it. We have a fog cloud. I'll do that for now, and accept. That was just level 2, baby. Okay. Lot to read and learn on level 2. We get spell slots and new spells, so we get some more stuff. Some of which we have seen before as well with previous level ups, but now I need to remember what each character has. Arcane Lock. Close a door or container with a magical lock. It can no longer be lockpicked or opened with knock. Ooh. This would be clever in the environment for like a situational sense. Like, let's say that we let's say that we're fighting across it multiple rooms. When we're in those ruins, you could cast it on a door that has people behind it and keep them at bay. But it's highly situational. I wonder how this could work just even outside of combat, just during gameplay. Like, is there going to be a situation where we're going to want to do something like this? Could be interesting, but again, highly situational. Detect thoughts. Focus your mind to read the thoughts of certain creatures while talking to them, which is different to the parasite, because I guess we'll be able to use this on characters that we talk to in the world. So I could take control of Gale, talk to NPCs, and use this. Because I guess it only works on the one casting, I would expect. I'm going to learn Detect Thoughts. Unlock an object. Oh, cool. There is also the opposite. So knock. Unlock an object that is held shut by a mundane lock. I think that my lockpicking skills are going to be good enough. Misty Step. Surrounded by silver mist, you teleport to an unoccupied space you can see. 18 meters is pretty massive. If we need to just get the hell out of a place, that's pretty nice. Thick flammable webbing that can in-web targets for 10 turns. And then, you know, another character can firebolt that. That's pretty crude. The choices are incredible. It's honestly really tough. Choices. I think Ray of Enfeeblement I've given to someone else. Phantasmal Force, psychic damage. Deal damage to a creature each turn. The type of damage changes to the last type the creature suffered. Wow, okay. So if it gets hit with this, and then someone else hits it with fire, and the last attack was fire, it will then deal fire damage to it. Intriguing. I'll get that. We'll get Detect Thoughts and a psychic-related spell. Let's do that. And then those are my 2 level 2s, so I'll keep them there and confirm. Very nice. Wonderful, Gale. Something that I'm curious about, actually, is... God, I'm going to have to customize everyone's stuff. Cane recovery, nice. I am going to have to look at everyone's things and all of the characters' things and customize their wheels and all of that fun stuff. The game is pretty good at least giving you some default things at first, which is nice. Now, in terms of Detect Thoughts, does that come up here? Like if I put that here, Speller's not prepared. Hang on a minute. Okay, spell book. Oh, prepared spells only have 6. Right, of course. Let me take that off. We'll keep sleep. I'll take that off, and let's have these 2 level 2 spells. Lovely. Okay. Now it has been prepared. Now I can focus your mind to read the thoughts of certain creatures while talking to them. So I just have that now. And can I talk to my own... I can't talk to my own character, which is really funny. I was like, can I talk to my own character? I can talk... Gale can now talk to Wyll. We can have companions talking to each other.
Well met.
No, we can't. No, we cannot. I got ahead of myself. I got too excited. I was like, oh, we can take companions and make them have conversations and make our Ken dolls like, no. How silly of me. How silly of me to think that I could do that. And then I've just casted Detect Thoughts for nothing. I guess we'll figure that out as we go. Now. Like I said, we're learning the mechanics of the game and how it all works. Let's end the day. We've leveled up our characters, we've spoken to them, I've stored stuff in the inventory, I have shaved my beard off for this momentous occasion, and the salami, we might have that for dinner, or maybe I'll save it to kill another enemy tomorrow. Let's end the day. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is so cool.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Huh? Oh, loading screen woman.
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Whoa, okay. This woman is on the loading screen behind Wyll's face. And Karlach doesn't get a spot on the loading screen as an origin character / companion? What the hell is that? Well, aren't you a luscious thing? You know, I was thinking it, but I can see why Wyll's in this predicament, you know? Also, goddamn, when I take my monk uniform off and I'm wearing my camp gear and I'm just like, yeah, that's right. A little bit of exposed neck. Look at my collarbones. What a gorgeous gnome I am. Just who in the nine hells are you?
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
Damn, okay.
We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
Oh. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
Ouch.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
I need to go on a walk, I think. A long walk. Before I continue playing this game. This is cool. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, and at least they can be buried after is so great. I love Karlach so much. She's so funny. It's incredible. Also, just like there's the big horns and then there's the smaller horns on the side. Look at this jewelry. The characters' designs in this game are so enjoyable. Really amazing. Hey, so if we just kill Karlach now, what's up? You better not lay a damned finger on Karlach.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Whoa! What the fuck?
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
What do we even do? What do we even do about that? What do you even do? Everyone's just gone back to their spots and they're just chilling out. Wyll just got dragged through the 9 circles of hell, feeling the pain and torment of all of them, and then got turned into one. He's just been permanently changed. Everyone else just in my camp just stood in the background. Didn't even care. Whoa. I'm stunned by that. I no longer need to go for my long walk. I've been brought to my senses. And it's very interesting. Only certain characters have their exclamation marks. Lae'zel and Astarion don't have anything new for us, but that boy is really keen on reading his butt book. Oh man, okay. First order of business. I love that we actually start up the campfire, we end the day, and there is an actual moment of characters actually... There's cutscenes that play, there's story development, there's characters that can talk to each other, and that's really nice, because I guess, you know, in D&D you would have that. You'd have your characters talk to each other and get your affairs sorted before you decide to go to bed and properly rest. But, yeah. Jesus Christ, are you handling that well? Is your icon different in here now? It is. Level 3 Warlock, the Fiend. What was it before? Because it's the Fiend now. Bound by a pact to an all-powerful patron, Warlocks trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. That's one hell of a bond to have for someone who's considered this respectable hero, too. Holy shit. I love that we're getting to see everyone in their camp uniforms, too.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right. And Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Eye color change too. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm a garden gnome, dude. Later Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
How in the hells did you get involved with Mizora?
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
To say that, after being dragged through the 9 circles of hell and being transformed into a devil, that's got to be some serious event in his life. To be like no regrets, dude. That's one of the proudest moments of my life. We met on Baldur's Gate Tinder, and we went on a date, and from then on, the pact was sealed. Signed my life away to the devil woman. I really need to know what the hell happened there. I only just started the game. Like, this is fucking insane. I just had my companion permanently transformed into a devil. And Mizora was like, might not be able to undo it, sorry. We gotta have a chat to her. Nice friendly one-on-one. And I'll get you back to normal, Wyll, don't worry. Do you have anything to say about this? Does anyone else have anything to say about what just happened?
I can't help feeling Wyll got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens.
Okay.
Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
That's his perspective on the event. That's his contribution. Yeah, got off easy, I'd say. God would have smited him. Never a dull day. Good thing it wasn't me. I'm going to go sleep in my enchanted underwear and recite the poetry that I wrote to myself. Oh, hello, you're on the ground. So is your tail. You've dug it deep in the ground, I would say. Karlach, what the fuck just happened?
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
A foolish decision. I can't really confidently say he's a good man, maybe the best of us, when I've known all of you for like 2 minutes, but he must be relieved. You must be relieved, even.
Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
Oh no, I'm witnessing an enemies to lovers plot. Oh, they're even going to stare at each other longingly across the camp. I'm just a small garden gnome. What chance do I have? No! They're going to do enemies to lovers, aren't they? He was sent to kill her, but he realized she was innocent, and he refused. He was turned into a devil for punishment to turn against the devil woman that he made a pact to, and Karlach loved that. Night after night, they stared at each other lovingly across the campfire. No words spoken, but all the words spoken without being spoken. And the little annoying gnome man that kept bothering them and trying to get in the way of their blossoming romance forged out of hellfire. God damn it. There's how you doing? Pile of stained towels. What are you doing? Oh god, dude, look at the fucking... I don't know what that is, but I love the trophies. I did clock the hyena-looking thing, but that beast down there. I love that we got the practice dummy too. Amazing. Alright, let's talk to Lae'zel.
The blade of frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The blade's sting is real.
You know that she respects that hardcore. Lae'zel in the goddamn BDSM pajamas.
So, Wyll did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
I do love each and every character giving their own opinions to what happens on the long rest story moments.
Something's wrong. I feel... it hurts. Darkness, protect me.
No, she is doing darkness worship. Oh god, everyone's here all of a sudden? Okay. Moments like this, when I'm just a little short guy, and it just pans to me, and I'm surrounded by all of my party members, but just the lower parts of the body. Where did you all come from? Why are you all following me? And why does Shadowheart have to make this about herself? We just had Wyll turn into a devil, everyone's commenting on it, and Shadowheart's like, ah, my hand. I just woke up like this, and apparently I can control veils, and this bold elf called Solus, he's going to help me figure out what's going on with this hand of mine. Damn, turn a blind eye and leave while everyone else is here. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Forget it.
Darkness protects me. What did you mean by that?
It's difficult for me to talk about. I'm sorry.
It's going to be real hard to get Shadowheart to open up about anything. Don't be sorry. Just tell me what you're hiding. I'm really trying not to get into your thoughts. Oh, I have a situational disadvantage and it's 18. This is terrible, but I have 2 chances to hit that 20, baby. Oh, no, because it's a disadvantage, which means I got a critical failure. Right, disadvantage goes for the lower roll. Oh, the fact that I did actually get one of those rolls higher hurts even more.
Please, it's nothing. Just let it rest. Something the matter?
That's crazy. So, Shadowheart, as we've also noticed, Shadowheart is the one that's furthest removed from the group. So she's keeping to herself. She's not even commenting on what's happened with other party members. She's got some weird darkness thing going on with her hand, and everyone wanted to take a look, and won't tell any of us about it. I don't know what to make of Shadowheart, but it's just like, can't help you if you don't help me, and there's going to be trust issues within the group. I don't know what you're doing with your spiky artifact and your darkness hand and your guarded attitude, but it's got to stop.
You've already pestered me with your notions once today. If I have something to add, I'll tell you.
Nice, so we can pester you once a day is what you're telling me. Incredible. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm a pesky little guarded gnome, and I'm going to bother you every day until you open up to me. Okay. And now we can go to bed. Does Withers have any nighttime dialogue? We'll have to check. Just taking a look around. Let's talk to Withers.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
None of that, sir. We're just hanging out. Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Skeletons aren't supposed to be able to talk?
Correct.
He's not a skeleton, really. Are you going to explain further?
No.
Technically a skeleton. There is a flesh, and muscle, and a nervous system, probably, and vocal cords and all of that fun stuff. Okay. All of my companions are hanging out together. And that was one hell of a situation, wasn't it?
What's the story?
What's the story in it? Oh, there we go. Some more dialogue here. You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Damn. So, that's like the pulsating, flame is this infernal engine, and there's like the little flames are coming out, these little holes, metallic holes and stuff. It's such an interesting concept. Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Mizora said you fit the criteria for Wyll to hunt. What does she mean?
Help me kill those paladins of here, and I'll tell you. A bit of good gossip for your good help.
Okay. Gotta progress our characters first. So it does make sense. So like we did something that like Wyll needed to get done. So when we came to camp and did the long rest, story for those characters progressed. Like if we came to camp with just Wyll, this wouldn't have happened naturally. So it's really interesting. So I guess when we do things with our companions, or there are these updates, we should make a habit of resting and seeing what transpires. Because then you could potentially, I don't know if you're only allowed, are you only allowed one story event per long rest? Like if you do a couple of companion quests, will it only like play out one of them or both of them all at once simultaneously? Similar to how when you recruit a companion, if you recruit another companion after that, they will no longer comment on the previously recruited companion. I don't know. Questions that I have. We shall see. Let's go to bed. And now we've got our camp supplies. So you can use the required amount of camp supplies to fully rest, recovering all your hit points, spell slots, and short rests. Not using enough camp supplies to rest will only partially recover your resources. Now, everyone's in pretty decent shape. We also had a short rest still, but I just wanted to see what the game would do if we long rested. Let's get this fish out of here. Something I'm curious about outside of the supply pack that gives us a lot of camp supplies is, does food items, do they go off? Do they get rotten? I'm not sure, but let's feast a kiwi. Let's feast. There you go. Lovely. Full rest. Oh my god. Okay. Everyone sleeps around the campfire instead of in their own tents, or at least some of us do. That's kind of fun. It's my party members. My party members will specifically sleep around here. That's kind of fun. Wizards, clerics, paladins, and druids can change their prepared spells. Yes, they can indeed. In terms of my party, pile of books. Could this potentially be like a... Oh no, hang on. Pile of books is always like just a lootable thing, isn't it?
Go.
It's just lootable. For a second I was like, ooh, I wonder if we're going to be able to have like a codex or something. Nothing in the pile of books. Invasion plans for the Sword Coast. The map of the Sword Coast sprawls from the deep forest of Tethir to the frigid spine of the world, its topography worn by ancient ink and the constant trade between mortal hands. Very intriguing. Now, I want to have in my party... Oh! Scratch came to camp, like we said that he should. Oh shit! I don't have my talking with animals on. Hold on a sec. Yes, Scratch. I was having a particular day with my speaking with animals. There it is, baby.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Oh, I'm sorry about what happened to your master.
Master? Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Gale and Wyll approve of petting the dog. It's just me and Logan in a video game. I am petting my dog in real life right this second. It's so immersive. Oh, Jesus! There's a mind flayer head there too! Lazelle! God damn! She got decorations. I love that. It's like, you hang out with a chick, you go on a date, she takes you to her place, and she's got, like, mind flayer trophies on the walls, and you're like, okay, that's a wife. I'm gonna pet you a second time for good measure, because I really like this animation. You can pet the dog. Incredible. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Okay. Then we leave. We actually were specifically only allowed 2 pats, and then it stopped. That's so
Hope
funny.
you're keeping well, friend.
So I just have a dog in the camp now. Okay. Is it? I guess he'll keep the name Scratch in memory of his former master, but can we rename the dog? Who knows? Alright, now let's see if there's morning dialogue with our characters.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
Okay, so we do get morning dialogue.
Yes.
No, we don't. Not for everyone. Astarion's probably spoken the least out of all the other characters so far.
Something the matter?
Yes, it's a brand new day. I still think you're keeping something from me. That's funny. I'm not sure who I'd like to take in my party. I think I'm going to have Karlach. I would like to experiment with Gale's wizardry. And let's do Lae'zel as well.
Speak.
Yes, ma'am, I'd like you to join me.
And my might is yours. Ready for battle.
Very nice. Okay. Lae'zel gained experience. We're gonna have to get some better equipment eventually and loot some things and upgrade everyone's stuff. I've got a few things I need to sell, of course. There you go. All right, feeling good. Let's embark. Oh, actually, we'll talk to everyone else. Make sure there's no new dialogue.
What can I do you for?
What can I do you for?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
What about you? How are you feeling this morning?
Well met.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
You got a magic mirror around the corner if you want. Be quite flattering with him. You see the Blade of Frontiers. No more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
We've got Hellboy in our party. You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Wow. What could she do that's worse than she already has? Probably plenty. Probably plenty. Can't we just attack her? There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
You want to, touch worms later? Later? Okay. Let's get out of camp. How do I... Okay, leave camp by the bedroll. There we go. Or I can do it in the menu. And then are we exactly where we left off? Where do we... Yeah. Oh, we're back. And Karlach got that exclamation point. Okay, hello.
Hey, we're still going after those paladins, right? Can't leave Zariel's bruisers roaming the coast.
Yeah, we're getting to that. Don't worry. We'll go after them.
Good news. Can't wait to see them finished.
Oh yeah, okay. So if a companion that we're with needs to say something, they will have an exclamation mark above their head. I appreciate that. Very good. And we've got new party members to get to know each other through party dialogue as well. Very, very cool. And with that one, everybody, this is going to be where we bring this episode of Baldur's Gate 3 to a close. Thank you so very much for joining me today. An incredible episode of getting some exploration out of the way, recruiting another party member. We have Karlach. She's great. All of these party members are actually great. I really like them in their own ways. I'm curious to learn more about them. In terms of our characters and first and second and third impressions at this point of the amount of times that we've spoken with them, I think Shadowheart might be my least favorite of the companions. I think there's definitely more to figure out with what's going on there. She's guarded. She's closed off. There's some shit going on with her that we'll figure out over the course of the playthrough, of course, and we'll understand her more. And hopefully we will be able to leave her viewpoints and perspectives on Githyanki and maybe even other races, and we can hopefully change her viewpoint of the world as she travels with this rowdy band of adventurers. But we'll find out. But I think my favorite companions are Karlach, and I think I like Gale's attitude, but it's also in a funny way. He's a bit of a jokey guy. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if he's like my favorite in that sense, but he's my favorite guy to laugh at. Karlach's my favorite so far, immediately, and then Lae'zel is great too. I'm traveling with this group because I think they're great. If I could have Scratch in my party, we would do that too. We'll have a Dragon Age Origins scenario all over again. But thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you are enjoying the playthrough so far as we go through this adventure. It would mean a lot to me if you could help me in the algorithm with my playthrough by liking the video, commenting on it, and all that lovely stuff as well. I would really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.